Hello and welcome to Feel Your Body Yoga. My name is Katy and today I'm going to take you through about a 30-minute yoga session. Everything that I tell you is going to be simple, safe, not necessarily easy, but you should feel supported through this practice and in my instruction, and hopefully you are going to feel better by the time that I am through. So today the only thing you are going to need is a wall space. I have attempted to clear a nice wall space, but I just, wanted to let you know that you do not need anything special to do yoga. My definition of yoga is the practice of feeling your body. So you can technically do yoga anywhere. So today I'm going to demonstrate without a mat and just in our spot in my area, my living area, so that you can kind of get familiar with what I'd like to offer you. So if anything feels twingy or tweaky, just you know your body better than anybody else. And hopefully today we can get a little full body session going. So my cats may make an appearance through this video, but such is the nature of life. So, kind of breaking down some barriers where, at least as well for me, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just gotta start doing it. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so to start off, we're gonna have our feet about hip width apart. It's a little bit narrower than you would expect. Typically but we want our feet about hip width. We're just gonna take some time in this posture. Let's roll our shoulders back, pull our shoulder blades toward our pelvis. Let's grip our toes into the floor. Really spread those toes. Reach the crown of your head toward the ceiling as you continue to pull those shoulder blades toward your pelvis, really opening up your sternum. We're going to focus on taking full expansive inhales into our rib cage, feeling our lungs expand that space and stretch the little muscles that hold our ribs in place. Those are called the intercostals, and you can actually get a really good stretch in them by really inhaling full and expansive into that thoracic cavity or your rib cage. Exhale like a sigh. Let's just take a few inhales right here. Get used to the feeling of your feet on the floor, your toes spreading and gripping. Rolling the shoulders back, pulling the scapula toward your pelvis. Just really getting in tune with how the floor feels pressing back against our feet. Now, nice and loosey-goosey. Make sure you're not too close to a wall, but we're gonna do some arm swings. Imagining that our shoulder joint is like the fulcrum of a pendulum. Just really getting some nice amplitude in those swings as well. Continuing to pull those scapula toward your pelvis. So those are your shoulder blades. We want our shoulders as far away from our ears as possible. Continuing to breathe. What would it feel like to inhale for 4 arm swings? And exhale like a sigh. Now, as we come out of those arm swings, let's take just a second, feet about hip width again, and in the style that I teach, there is a move called the tick-tock. That just means we're gonna move our body part side to side, tick-tock, kind of like a clock. So we're gonna do some neck tick-tocks where we take our right shoulder to right ear, nice and slow. Inhaling the entire time, rolling those shoulders back. Nice and slow. Listening to the crackle and crunch. We take our left ear to left shoulder. Nice and slow, right ear to right shoulder. Or some left ear to left shoulder. These are going to be our tick-tocks. Continuing to pull those shoulder blades toward the pelvis. Breathing. Just really feeling our neck. Getting in tune with the tension. Potentially one side is a little more tense than the other. Now from here, step away from the wall a little bit. We'll take our feet about shoulder width. I'm gonna give ourselves a little bend in the knee, roll those shoulders back, and now we're gonna warm up this. So do some arm swings in the horizontal plane. Really just letting those arms flop. Flop, flop. We want the motion to be coming from our spine, your arms, like nice overcooked noodles. So wiggly, so floppy. They're not doing anything except hitting your body as you rotate around. Continuing to breathe. Noticing how it feels different to inhale as we're rotating like this than it did when we were just standing. Two more breaths right here. As you let that exhale out, nice and easy back to center. So roll those shoulders down and back. Reach the crown of our head toward the ceiling. Getting some traction in your neck, really decompressing that spine. From here, with our feet shoulder width, we give ourselves a little bend in the knee. Hinge forward at the hips, and we're gonna take our hands above our kneecaps. And as we take our hands above our kneecaps on our thighs, we're going to lengthen those arms. Tick-tock the neck. Get some traction and decompression in the spine. And now from here, we are going to drop from our hands onto our elbows, continuing to pull your shoulder blades towards your pelvis. We want our feet parallel, shoulder width apart. Drop down. And now we're going to straighten our legs just a little bit to raise those hips. And let your head hang. Feeling your feet pressing on the floor and the floor pressing back. Taking a few breaths right here. After your next exhale, we're going to raise the sternum to point forward, and with our feet still shoulder width apart. We're gonna reach the knees apart without using anything except our knees to do it. And now we're gonna lift and lower the hips. Ooh. Continuing to fight for a neutral spine. Pulling the shoulder blades toward the pelvis. Feeling shirt crinkles in the small of your back. Now lift and lower. And continuing to breathe the entire time. When we breathe, we feed our muscles so that they can do the work we're asking of them. Sternum pointing forward. And now noticing how it feels different to inhale in this posture versus standing straight up. Can you inhale for 4 of these thigh burners? Exhaling like a sigh. Woo! You're doing great. These are rough. Or they can be at least. Continuing to press the knees apart as you burn those thighs. Woo! Woo! And now, next time you go down, we're gonna put our palms above our kneecaps. Ooh, and extend our arms. Tick-tock the head. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Ooh. Ooh. It's just really so good for you. And now you're gonna stand all the way up. Let's tick-tock. And now we'll include the upper body as well. Ooh. Ooh. And now let's just take a little walk around. Kind of notice the difference. Ooh. We've got legs, y'all. We have legs. It's crazy. They love working. So, take a little walk around, inhaling, feeding those muscles. Oh, so nice. Now, feeling some burn in those thighs probably. And bring ourselves by the wall. Doesn't matter what side you start on, so we will do both sides. So, I'm gonna start with my right shoulder next to the wall. And now, about 1.5 feet from the wall, you wanna stand. We're gonna stack the foot that is next to the wall on top of the one that is away. So I will be stacking right foot on top of my left foot. And now from here, you can use the wall, just a light touch of the finger to kind of keep your balance. And we're gonna try and force all that wiggly wobbly upper body into the foot. We want our foot to be twitching. So we are gonna stand up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back, pull the scapula toward the pelvis. Choose a point in front of you to focus on as we balance. Use the wall with the lightest touch possible, just so we're practicing balancing instead of falling. Really feel that foot twitching. Doing a lot of work to keep you upright. Continuing to inhale into the rib cage. And now, maybe see what it feels like to close your eyes. Now, if you have vestibular problems or you struggle with vertigo, this might be really tough. So you make the call, whether you are comfortable with this adaptation or not. You are always more than welcome to keep your eyes on that fixed point. How does closing your eyes, if you have closed them, change things? Let's check on our shoulders and make sure that they are nice and shrugged away from our ears. Roll them back. Now let's open our eyes if you had them closed. Refix your gaze on that point in front of you. And now, while we're standing here, let's add in some arm swings. Ooh, how does that change your balancing? Does it make it harder? Adding some motion in there? How does it feel to inhale for 4 arm swings? Exhale like a sigh. Ooh, lost it. One more breath. And as you exhale, let's step off that balancing foot. Ooh, that hip is different. That's pretty different than the hip we started with. Ooh, take a little walk around, maybe shake it out. Now we're gonna turn around for second side. So whichever side you didn't do first. This one is gonna be on my left side. It might be your right, but you're gonna have that second side next to the wall. We're gonna stack the foot closest to the wall on top of the other foot, the foot that is away from the wall. And now, let's see if we can force all these upper body balancing moves down to the twitchy foot. If you need the wall, go ahead with a light touch of your finger, just so we can practice balancing instead of falling. Fixing our gaze on a point in front of us. Continuing to breathe. We love to hold our breath when things are getting hard. But when we hold our breath, we are not giving our brain and our muscles the oxygen that they need to create the energy and the food that they use to do work. So inhaling is extremely beneficial. Notice that whenever you encounter something kind of difficult or very hard in your life, that you are already holding your breath. And I would invite you to see what it feels like in those moments when you catch yourself holding your breath, to inhale. And now, if you are willing or able, let's close our eyes and see how that changes this balance work. Changes it quite a bit. Our vision is a really important component of how our proprioception, which is how our body finds itself in space. So when we take that away, our body kind of doesn't know where it is. So that's why the wall is a really great tool for when you are working on your balancing. And now, nice, full, expansive inhale. On your next exhale, let's open the eyes if you closed them. And add in some arm swings. Ooh. Pull your scapula down your back towards your pelvis. Those are your shoulder blades. And what would it feel like to inhale for 4 arm swings? Exhale like a sigh. So 2 more breaths right here. And on that last exhale, let's go ahead and, Take a little walk around, shake out that standing leg. Wow, now you have 2 brand new legs. Incredible. Oh. One more time while we are standing. Let's take our feet shoulder width. This time, we're going to, as our shoulder width, pigeon our toes in. Ooh, roll the shoulders back. Pull your shoulder blades toward your pelvis. And now let's tick-tock our upper body, side to side. Ooh. Noticing what kind of sensations we're having. If you've got sensations in your lower back, in your hips, and just really allowing those sensations to happen without condemning yourself for having a body. And now let's come back to center. Roll the shoulders back. Let's close our eyes one more time, just standing here. Spread your toes wide and grip them into the floor, your mat, whatever you're standing on. And just notice the difference from when you started. Now I'm going to tilt my camera angle just a little bit because we're about to get on the floor. So let's take our hands above our knees, extend our arms one more time, tick-tock the head, making sure our shoulders are nowhere near our ears. And let's come forward onto hands and knees. If you have bad knees, this is a great time to have some kind of padding underneath them. So you're gonna come down on hands and knees. Our shoulders, our hands are gonna be underneath our shoulders, knees under the hips. Just drape your spine. Really let your belly hang. And wiggle your hips, left and right. Check on your shoulders. If they've kind of crept up toward your ears, see what it would take to pull your shoulder blades down your spine again. Breathing, full and expansive. Just really noticing what's happening in your hips right now. And just being present to it. And understanding that this is what having a body feels like. Now, let's curl our toes under in the back. And we're gonna walk our hands back a little bit. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hands, rotate them, so our fingers are pointing down, and we are gonna set them in front of our knees. So your hands are gonna feel like they're facing the wrong way, because they are. Ooh. Really give your neck a couple tick-tocks. Really just feel what's going on in here. Now, if your knees are really tight, you can walk your hands next to your knees. That should give you a little bit more mobility in this posture. The further your hands are away from your knees, the harder this is. The closer, the less intense it will feel. Really focus on pulling your shoulder blades down your spine. Having a nice open sternum in front of you. And just take a couple breaths right here. Being so thankful that you have a body. So thankful that you can show up for yourself to do a little bit of work. Give yourself a little challenge. Noticing the difference in inhaling in this posture versus just standing. Now, I'd like you to grip your fingertips into the floor. Ooh. Loading the muscles of your arms in this lengthened position. Just really feeling what's going on in those wrists and understanding that we do not have them in this position very often. And now we're gonna sit back on our heels and we are gonna stop gripping the fingers. We're gonna bend our elbows to bring our palms away from the floor. Ooh, pull your shoulder blades down the spine. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling like a sigh. And on your next exhale, nice and slow, we'll come out of that. Shake our hands out. Ooh, we shake them out a lot like this. Let's shake them around that most circular of axes. Let's make a fist. Roll them one way, roll them the other way. Maybe notice if you rolled towards your first finger or your pinky. What way do you favor? We'll spread our fingers nice and wide, reaching our thumb and our pinky away from each other, feeling the webbing between our fingers really stretch. Breathing, maybe tick-tocking the head, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Oh, now release your arms to your sides. Let's just take a moment right here. Reaching the crown of our head toward the ceiling, getting some traction in those vertebrae. And now from here, we're gonna roll onto our backs. And we are gonna want our butt about 1.5 feet away from the wall. Further, we'll make it a little less intense. And we are gonna take our feet, up the wall. Hands just nice and gently at our sides. And just savor the feeling of all the blood draining from your toes and your feet back, using gravity to aid our circulatory system. This is such a great way to end your day or start it with your feet up the wall. You can even do it in bed. Your feet up the wall, that is. This really, really helps with the lymphatic drainage as well. Reintroducing that old deoxygenated blood back into the circulatory system. Now, I'd like you to take one of your forearms and see if you can really press your butt into the ground and put your forearm in the small of your back. Ooh. We call our forearms traveling yoga blocks. Ooh, so we want our hips really activated, pressing against the floor. Introducing a curve into the lumbar spine. If you need to scoot a little further from the wall, that will absolutely make this less intense, especially if we have very tight hip flexors, very tight glutes. Continuing to breathe, really appreciating that the ground is here to press back against us and hold us here. Maybe scanning your body, seeing what parts of your body you can feel pressing against the floor as the floor presses back. Without wiggling your toes, can you feel the air of the room between them? Can you feel a little bit of a tingly or cold sensation in your feet as all that old blood drains out of it? Just being so sweet and gentle with yourself and really appreciating what your body is capable of. Now with your forearm in the small of your back, are you able to lift your feet away from the wall? Wow. Feel those hip flexors really working. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Maybe feeling a little bit of shaking, a little bit of twitching as you fight to get those feet away from the wall. Ooh. 2 more breaths. And on that second exhale, you can relax your feet back to the wall. Now we are going to take our feet off the wall on flat on the floor. If you need to scoot a little bit away from the wall, that is absolutely more than great. Now, we're going to take our arms stretched overhead, stretched. I'm in a bad angle right now, stretched overhead. And we are going to, with our feet kind of staying in place-ish, tick-tock those knees side to side. Ooh, very nice. Big stretch. Let's check on your shoulders. See what it would take to roll those shoulders back and pull your scapula down the spine as you are tick-tocking those knees left and right. Continuing to breathe as well. It's so easy to hold your breath when we're challenged, especially. Two more breaths as you tick-tock your knees. Now, you're going to choose a side to roll onto. Nice and slow, we are going to press ourselves up. And now right here, let's do tick-tock. This is our anti-pass out move, anti-lightheadedness move. Just really allowing yourself time and space to be perfectly imperfect. Now let's play a little game. Without using your hands, can you get up off the floor? Might be challenging, might be rough, but it's a game. Let's have some fun. We love a game. We love to have a little fun. If we can't laugh at ourselves, hey, you know, let's get a little excitement going. Now right here, let's have our feet about hip width apart. Let's roll those shoulders back. We're gonna take our hands, rotate them so their palms are facing forward. And right here, we are gonna rotate them even further back. Ooh, so that our pinkies, or our thumbs, actually, like our thumbs are trying to touch whatever is behind us. Tick tock, tick tock. That neck, really just allowing yourself to be present in this moment to whatever sensations are happening. Huge inhale, full and expansive. Oh, and relax your entire body. Not entire body, we want our legs still working, but relax that upper body. And now, just like we started, let's really reach our toes as far apart from each other as we can. Let's grip them into the mat. Pull those shoulder blades toward your pelvis. Reach the crown of your head toward the ceiling. I'm being so thankful that you showed up for yourself, because that is really, really impressive. I just want to thank you all, whoever has showed up, so much for taking this 30-ish minutes for yourself and spending them with me. I feel so grateful and thankful that you were able to show up for yourself in your space and put yourself potentially in some challenging moments, and understanding that no matter how you felt, no matter what sensations you had, as long as it wasn't sharp or shooting, grimacing or wincing away, that is you finding your limits, finding what is overstrong and overstretched, and really attempting to give yourself a perspective. And that perspective is having a body entails those feelings and those sensations. So showing up for yourself, being present to them, is incredibly amazing. Thank you so much. My name is Katy, and this has been Feel Your Body Yoga.